Howdy folks, this is a little bit later than I planned. This was going to originally be a video as kind of a rebuttal to a video I watched on another channel, which I'm still going to put out, but after watching the video back and trying to figure out what didn't sit quite right with it, I just wasn't happy with it. And I've re-recorded this about 6 or 7 times. It's about 20 past 2 in the morning right now. This was supposed to go out on Monday, which for me it technically still is because I only track my days when I sleep. But I thought I would kind of go with what my brain was telling me to go with rather than, faffing about and trying to force something through. So I watch a lot of YouTube. I read a lot. I am interested in things. And one of the big things I'm interested in is the Attainment of Mastery. There's not much I'd say I'm good at, but what I am good at, I like to think I've honed, and I try and look at other people to get better at it and learn and improve. And I'm not going to go into all the wankery about, how do I improve or how do I, what it counts as practice and what counts as a method of attainment and tricks and tips and how to rewire your brain to work in a more efficient manner and all of that jazz. But what I will say is it was at the start of lockdown. I just lost my job. I'm high risk, so the company I was working for decided they didn't want me, so fair enough. And I was watching an Adam Savage tested video, one of his first ones he did when the lockdown came into effect, and he was working on his own without any, camera cuttery and all that lot, and he was applying tape to a perimeter, and he took the tape and he just kind of and he put it down, and I can remember thinking while I was watching him, wow, he has clearly done that thousands of times, and he has got a methodology that he unconsciously uses in order to do what he does. And yeah, I thought it was amazing. I looked at it and I thought, oh shit, I wonder if there's anything I do which is the equivalent, of something that I have done enough with enough variables that I have a framework from which I can appear to be a master, show mastery. I'm not really sure the exact nomenclature I'd want to use. One of the things that I have been told I'm quite good at is running RPGs, hence the name GM Moly. And one of the ones that someone was asking me about was, how do you get good at saying nonsense phrases? And there is a website which I will link down below, which is actually by the guy who made Cookie Clicker, which is called Corvo Fraser, and it just generates random sci-fi sentences. And one of the things I gave to a friend of mine as a tip was, if you want to learn just how to say nonsense phrases and sound, if you listen to Aetherstone, which is my actual play podcast, the rapid volcanisation of islands in Upper Blue is said, I think in one episode we said it about 15 times, and that comes from learning how to do it. So things like, Captain, I don't want to optimise the cloud because the multi-navigational pseudocomputer is about to morpho-induct the mechanical magnet. Or, please neo-rearrange the trigoldolic microtransistor before wantonly diminishing. Or, don't panic, trans-decelerating the low-speed glomerule doesn't prevent us from relaying the pseudo-whale turbomatter, even from a scanning or under-trigoloidal flux. This is kind of a thing. There's a video series called The Turbo Encabulator, which is a bit of an engineering troll, and it's about a device known as a turbo encabulator, which allows for many functional uses, and it uses a slab of prefamulated amulite in order to reduce lateral sidewheeling. And there's a number of people have done the. I might do the turbo encabulator. Actually, it's a good kind of practice piece for saying about nonsense phrases. Basically, that's actually what it exists for. It's to teach people how to authoritatively talk about technical subjects without the bit of their brain that is involved with language and what those different things mean getting in the way. So they're just learning to say things when doing a directed video. Actually, yeah, I think I might do a turbo encabulator video. I'm sure someone out there would like it. But yeah, so like the attainment of mastery is something that's always fascinated me. I love watching when people who clearly know what they're doing are doing the thing they're doing. I mean, a kind of the antithesis is in some ways, because often I will blather about things that I know a corner of and think that I know the whole picture. But likewise, I want knowledge to be shared. I want information to be shared. And if I have information in my noggin, I would like to be able to put it out to the world. That's primarily why I've made this channel and why I've wanted to switch from Twitch to YouTube, to be able to create more evergreen content that can be, accessed and looked at by numerous people. Not that I won't carry on doing Twitch at some point, but right now I want to try and focus on this. Yeah, so this is a bit of an odd ramble. It's just kind of a bit of a brain vomit. But that's something I think you should look out for. If you don't see anything, if you don't take anything away, the one thing I will suggest to you is look for instances where someone has clearly mastered something. So, Magic the Gathering. There's a Japanese pro player who plays Magic the Gathering. I don't know what his name is. He was just on a random feature match about, 12 years ago. And he had a method of shuffling his deck where he'd split the deck in two, and then he would fan one piece with his hand while he fanned the other piece into it. And it was this beautiful kind of mechanical thing. I mean, I've shuffled a lot of decks of cards in my time. I've played a lot of Magic. I'm just trying to grab a deck right now, but it's slippery. So I just use the good old shove together. But I can, without looking, shuffle a deck, and I can draw cards, and I can do things with Magic the Gathering cards and other playing card size cards, which require some level of mastery. They have required me to do a thing enough that I can do it, Yeah, Adam Savage. Watching him perform tasks, he's obviously performed many, many times. Fascinating. A lot of cookery channels. I think that's why a lot of people like watching cookery channels, because you've got these guys who've got incredible knife skills, and they can just, chop things and prep things and stir things, and, turn away and talk to the camera and then turn back just at the time to stir it without it burning. Yeah, I mean, I think if you are wanting to chase something, if you are wanting to find fulfillment, I think the thing you need to look to try and gain is mastery over something. It doesn't necessarily have to be something important, something you enjoy, but to be able to know that you can do that thing incredibly well. I don't know, it just, to my brain, seems comforting. I think it's why I'm attracted to like speed running and a lot of the other nerdy things I'm into, because it encourages and rewards that aspect of being able to, make that mark and show that you have an understanding of a principle far beyond what would be considered normal, mundane. Yeah, sorry this is a bit of a ramble. It's not really what I was planning on releasing today. But like I say, I wasn't happy with what I was creating. And I want to try and make things that I'm at least approve of. Yeah. There will be more stuff. My next video is on Thursday the 14th. It's going to be Convert This. I will be talking about how to take a non-tabletop RPG property and convert it into a tabletop RPG. So I'm thinking of looking at Legend of Zelda 2 Adventure of Link, the one on the NES, and see if something interesting can be found in that. So yeah, that'll be on Thursday. Like, favourite, subscribe, all of that lot. If you like hearing me blather, support me on Patreon. I've got Discord. All the links will be down below. Yeah, and thank you again for watching. Please tell people if you like it. Please thumbs up, thumbs down, interact, comment, all of that jazz. And yeah, sorry this is a bit weird and a bit late, but you know, I've got a sign up here that you might see me occasionally glancing at, and it reads, "Perfect is the enemy of done." And I'm not trying to be perfect anymore. I'm just trying to get shit done. So keep having fun. Keep being awesome. See you next time. Bye-bye.